Hi. I'm trying to be quick with this because I really want to not edit this video. I wrote down a bunch of stuff that I want to talk about. Basically, these are kind of going to be like little podcast episodes where I just kind of like talk about things that I thought about in the week. And we're going to start with, does he really even like you? Does he even like you? Basically, women, and I am a woman, so I am speaking from experience. We do this thing where we're delulu. We're so delulu that we like to convince ourselves that, no, you see, he hasn't texted me because he's intimidated by me. He hasn't texted me because, like, I don't know, maybe he's just, like, we always come up with these reasons. Like, I remember sitting with my female friends and we just, with my girlfriends, let me not even use the word female, let me not be like a man, with my girlfriends, and we would literally come up with the most delulu reasons as to why a man has not texted us, as to why a man is not taking us on a date. And we'll come up with these reasons to make it sound like he's so in love with us. Like, oh, he hasn't texted me because he's just not ready yet. Like, he knows he's going to be so in love with me, so he just needs to give himself a moment before he tries to text me and, like, ask me out. You're delulu. You're so delulu. Stop coming up with excuses. If a man does not text you, he does not want you. If a man doesn't ask you on a date, he does not want you. If a man asks you on a date and then doesn't take you on the date, he doesn't want you. He doesn't want you. Men do these things where they test the boundaries. They test the waters to see, oh, if you're really gonna fuck with the nonsense that they're putting out there. They're testing you. If a man asks you on a date and then ghosts you and then texts you like 2 weeks later, says like, yo, I was so busy, can I take you on a date now? And you send like a fucking boo-boo to fucking fool. If you say yes, you are literally just playing into the game that he's giving you. He tested the waters to see what he can get away with, and you let him get away with it. So he knows that next time when he leaves you high and dry, it's fine because you're still gonna take him back. He knows that. He tested it already. But this is what I want to talk about. Men know what they want. Men immediately know what they want. And I'm speaking from experience because I have seen men treat me like shit. And I have seen them meet a woman that they really, really want and they really need in their lives, and they treat them amazingly. They treat them so well. And I also have seen it firsthand. A man who did want me, and he put his fucking foot down, and he made that point very serious, and he was like, I want you, and I don't want anything else, and I want you. And he made that very clear. I remember hearing about this before in the past and hearing like, oh, like a man knows what he wants, and thinking like that's literally a facade, that's fake, that's not real, this doesn't happen, this is reality, like get a fucking grip. Like I remember thinking this all the time, and now that I'm like actively living it, I'm realizing like the bitches who were telling you men know what they want, and if a man doesn't give you his full-blown attention and doesn't put the time into you, he doesn't fucking want you, move the fuck on. I'm realizing it now, and I literally feel like the biggest dummy in the world. I feel like the biggest idiot in the world. I feel so stupid. I wish I like listened when bitches was telling me this before, but I didn't listen. And I'm telling you this now, but I know like the delulu bitch that you are, you're still not gonna listen. I know you're still gonna try to convince yourself and manipulate yourself into thinking that this man wants you. If that man has not texted you, if that man has not asked to hang out, if that man is leaving you on red for hours at a time, if that man has made plans with you and then ghosted you, he does not want you. Get over it. Move on. There are 8 billion people in the world. Find somebody else. No human would treat someone they want in their life. Sorry, my handwriting is so bad. I can't even read it. No human would treat someone they want in their life like shit. So if he liked you, he says he would. Oh my God, like if he likes you, fuck it. No human would treat someone like shit, especially if you want them in their life. And even if the person is treating you like poo-poo caca, you wouldn't treat them like shit because you desperately need this person in your life. Come on, we've all done it before. A person who treated us like shit and we all beg for their attention and we do anything to not piss them off. We text these men like, hey, you know what? I know you were busy and I completely understand you and your feelings are valid. And this man is quite literally shitting in your mouth and you're accepting it because you want him so bad. So vice versa, if a man wanted you that bad, he would do anything to keep you in his life. I promise you that, okay? Any human, even if one of your girlfriends is treating you like poo-poo caca, cut that bitch off. She don't fucking want you. She don't care for you. She don't like you. Putting men's needs over yours, putting you in danger to be around niggas, making you pay for things back to back, and then not paying you back or not ever offering to pay for you. The bitch don't like you. The nigga don't like you. None of them like you, okay? Find some new people to hang out with. Show a man that you will stay. This one. Show a man that you will stay through anything and he will put you through everything. I literally heard this on TikTok and I literally had to like Story time. There was one time that I was talking to this dude, and I'm not gonna put all his business out there because he's the type of nigga to like come online and be like, that fucking bitch. So I'm not gonna put all his business out there. But he was struggling, financially, and he had some stuff going on. And I felt bad for him. I cared about him. So I was like, hey, let me give him some motivation. Let me make him find a job, blah, 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 blah. Literally told this dude, first thing in the morning, I'm gonna make us some coffee. I'm gonna make some really nice food. Come by my place. We will have some coffee, and then we will go. And he didn't come inside, okay, guys? We will go and we will find some jobs, okay? I spend all day helping this motherfucker find jobs, okay? Only for him to give me his phone to look at something, and for me to see his ex is texting his phone. She has ring emojis by her name, and she's saying, just woke up, it's raining outside. And you know what I did, like the big fat dummy that I am? I didn't even tweak that much. I told him that it made me uncomfortable, and it took me all day to bring it up. I was just like, yo, I'm just not gonna fucking say anything. This is crazy. This is the first time I've ever experienced some nonsense like this, and I'm just not gonna say anything. But after a couple hours, I was like, bro, why am I not saying anything? So I told him, I said, hey, this is kind of crazy. What the fuck? And then I find out that he has photos of her still up on his Instagram, etc., right? He takes them down. He apologizes. But I stayed. I kept fucking with him. I kept talking to him. I kept entertaining him. I kept holding conversation with him. I kept FaceTiming him. And so what did he do? The moment he had an opportunity to take another girl on a date, mind you, this man did not really take me on dates. I cannot believe I let this happen. The moment he had the opportunity to take another bitch on a date, you don't think he jumped at the opportunity? You don't think he took a girl on a nice date? You don't think he tried to buy her tickets to go to a concert? Sir, we've been fucking with each other for how long? We've been talking for how long? And you couldn't take me on a decent date. You couldn't buy me anything. You couldn't do anything for me. You couldn't not text your fucking ex. And the moment this opportunity arises for you to talk to this other bitch, you jumped on it. Why? Because he thought I was still gonna fuck with him. Why? Because the first time he did some weird ass shit, I kept fucking with him. Like an idiot, like a baboon, like a dummy. And so what did he do? I showed him that I would deal with anything, so he put me through everything he could possibly put me through. But I was not fucking going for it. I blocked him on everything after that one. When I found out that he tried to take some other bitch on a date, I blocked him. I was like, you know what? Now you're forcing it. Now you're taking this a little bit too far. Fuck you. Anyways. When you truly love someone, no one else interests you. So if he cheats on you, he was not just making a mistake. He doesn't love you. A man could literally open his blood clot, pussy clot, Ross clot, motherfucking clot mouth to tell you he loves you. But if he's not showing the signs that he loves you, then he's fucking lying, okay? When you are in love, and I'm speaking from experience, and I'm also speaking from my friend's experience, when you are truly enamored and in love with somebody, everybody else becomes ugly to you. You are not interested in other people. Nobody else matters, okay? I feel like, what's that girl on YouTube who does she does this kind of videos. And she's kind of like this. I can't remember her fucking name, but she used to say some shit like gag. I don't even fucking know. But anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Nobody else is attractive to you. And also, you know how important this person is to you. So you would never do anything to fuck that up. You know what I mean? Like if I really care about somebody, whether it's a friend, whether it's a significant other, whether it's a family member, I will never do anything to fuck the relationship up because I care about you and I want you in my life. If this man is cheating on you, liking other bitches' pictures, DMing other bitches, watching weird stuff on his phone, he doesn't love you. He doesn't love you because a man who truly loved you would do everything in his power to make sure that you are reassured and that you are doing well and that you are okay with the relationship and that nothing is going wrong and that you would never leave him. Because no matter how many times a man tries to convince you that he's the catch because he makes 6 figures, he owns a house, he drives a Benz, the man is never going to be the catch because the man can't even produce a fucking infant, okay? The man doesn't bring anything soft and loving into the relationship. You are just this fucking man. You're not really you take care of bitches, but you're not the most important part of the relationship. You can't do shit without me. You literally can't. You can't recreate a human being without a fucking woman. So no matter how much a man tries to convince you that he's bringing so much to the table, Don't let him fucking convince you of that fucking nonsense. He's lying to you. Move. And yeah, so he would never do these things to you. He would never cheat on you because he loves you. A man would never do that shit. And this whole trying to convince people, I'm spitting everywhere, trying to convince people that, oh, like men are like, they're capable of being with multiple women at a time. Only men who don't fucking feel anything for these bitches are able to be with multiple women at a time. I can't even get into that any further. It's logic. Come on. 1 + 1 = 2. 3 + 3 = 6. 9 + 9 = 18. Oh yeah, the whole he was drunk thing. Like he cheated because he was drunk. I have seen drunk people in relationships. And I have seen ones who flirt with other bitches. And I have seen ones who want nothing but to call their significant other and go home and see their significant other. I've seen both. And those relationships where they were trying to fuck with other bitches ended, not even because they cheated, but because it's like, I don't even feel anything for the bitch. So they break up. They leave her. The ones who want nothing but to call their significant other and to go home and see their fucking significant other, those are the people who are actually in love. So if your man cheated on you and tries to blame it on the liquor, come on. They say that drunk words are sober thoughts. So if the man cheated on you while he was drunk, he doesn't fucking like you. Stand up, bitch. Anyways, next topic of discussion. The crazy ex-girlfriend trope. I feel like this video is supposed to be a lot longer. I'm at 12 minutes almost, and I'm speaking really fast. So just put it in slow-mo. I can't slow it down. This is how fast I talk. Hold on, I need a sip of this. The crazy ex-girlfriend trope. This is a trope that I have experienced. And did I fall for it? Yes, but not for the reasons that I'm about to name. I fell for it for the reason of, well, I'm different. He wouldn't do that to me. That wouldn't happen with us. I'm different. I'm not like that. I'm not crazy anyway. Because he convinced me, right? The crazy ex-girlfriend trope is a trope that is used to manipulate women into trusting them. If a man ever tells you he had a crazy ex-girlfriend, the odds of the ex-girlfriend having actually been crazy are about this slim, okay? I'm not gonna lie, bitches be crazy sometimes, but bitches a lot of the times I'm trying to be more classy, more demure. Women, sorry, I be saying bitches and niggas all the time. Women are only crazy when you give them a reason to fucking act crazy. Even when they say like, I don't know why she's coming on to me. Women do not just come on to men who are not giving them any attention. If your man, if there's another girl giving your man attention and in his fucking phone or in his face trying to talk to him, I promise you, when you weren't looking, he gave her a reason to feel like she can comfortably come up and do that shit. But that's off topic. That's not what I'm trying to talk about. But anyways, yeah. So if a man ever told you that he's a crazy ex-girlfriend or his ex-girlfriend was crazy, don't listen to anything she says. Please text the girl and ask her what the fuck happened. Or ask around, ask what the fuck happened. Because 9.9 times out of 10, he's lying. He's lying through his fucking teeth, okay? It's also an excuse to not be responsible for their actions. So basically they do some fuck shit and cause a problem in the relationship. The girl tweaks. And instead of being like, yeah, I kind of fucked up. Like, I know one man who actually took accountability for this. I'm gonna tell you guys about this. Instead of being like, yeah, I fucked up. Like, that's why that happened. And that's why the relationship ended. And that's why she kind of tweaked on me. Like, it is what it is. No, they just say that because then it sounds like she's crazy. I didn't do anything. I was never fucking wrong. And now the girls, because women are fucking dumb and because everybody dick rides men, men love men, women love men, everybody loves men, society loves men, comedy loves men, people love men, we all dick ride them. And so everything they say just fucking goes. And we always treat the woman like she's the one who's crazy. We always treat the woman like she's the one who did something wrong. We always, 99% of relationships end because of the girl. I fucking wonder why. I wonder why. Come on, the fuck? Anyways, so yeah, and this goes into the whole, they traumatize you, and when you crack, you're the one who's insane. So they push your buttons, they push the fuck out of your buttons. They keep doing shit to piss you off. You tell them, hey, like, you know what? I really don't like that you did that to me yesterday. Oh, you know what? Damn, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know that's how you felt. And tomorrow morning, they do the same thing to you again, okay? They're gonna keep fucking doing it. And they're gonna keep fucking doing it. And then when you finally crack under all the pressure and you have that episode of acting like an insane person, because what else happens when things are just piled up on top of each other? You tweak, you get a little bit angry, you get mad. It happens. Now you're the one who's crazy. You're the one who's crazy, right? Labeling you as crazy makes them seem sane when they're actually crazy for how they treated you. That's as simple as it is. There's not really any more that I can explain about that. he's insane for actively not listening to your boundaries, for actively treating you like shit, for actively cheating on you, for actively doing this, that, and the third to you, for actively ignoring you, for not putting effort into the relationship. And then he labels you as crazy. And so it's like, I don't even know how to explain. Shut the fuck up. I also wanted to talk about weaponized incompetence. I don't know if the story is true or not. I'm just kind of, whoa, I'm like moving. Is this even a podcast? I'm just fucking speaking about points. I also wanted to talk about weaponized incompetence and how it angers me so much and it's not a real thing. Like, I mean, weaponized incompetence is a real thing, but men not knowing how to do certain things is not a real thing. It's literally not a real thing. Like, I saw a video of these two dudes trying to clean up ketchup, and instead of just like scooping the ketchup up and then wiping the counter, they wiped the ketchup around on the counter. You know, by like the laws of physics, wiping this wet shit all around the counter is not going to clean it off the fucking counter. Stop acting stupid. But I heard the story on TikTok, and I don't know if it's true because it kind of sounds crazy, but if it's true, this is insane. And honestly, this probably did happen at some point to somebody. Basically, this woman comes home from work. She's really tired. She's had a long, like 12-hour long shift. She asks her man, hey, like, and he's been watching the kids. She's like, hey, like, do you mind making dinner tonight? I'm just so tired, please. He says, fine, sure. Like, he doesn't even want to fucking do it, right? She goes into the room. She changes into her pajamas. She comes back out. The fucking food is in flames. Like, the pot has flames coming out of it. So she was like, damn, like, what the fuck? Like, so she doesn't ask him to cook ever again because she's like, this is what you do when I ask you to cook. Like, you suck this bad at fucking cooking. The fuck? And later on, they're playing the game of, what's it called? It's like this game where they go like, we listen and we don't judge. He said, we listen and we don't judge. When the food was on fire, I did that on purpose so you wouldn't ask me to cook again. And now this could be a made up story, but that's how a lot of men work. And I know that because I've seen my own brothers do this shit, where like my little brother will act like he doesn't know how to fucking wash a dish. I used to slap that nigga in the back of his stupid ass head and tell him to wash that fucking dish. You are not dumb. You are not dumb. Let's not fucking act like that. If I can wash a dish, you can wash a dish. And now what does my brother know how to do? He knows how to cook. He knows how to clean. He knows how to mop. He knows how to clean the fucking toilets. You know, he knows how to act like a sane person. Come on. And why? Because I told him, stop playing this stupid game with me. I'm not playing this game with you. And I used to do it too when I was younger. And my grandma would ask me to clean the kitchen. I would do a horrible job because I knew my grandma would eventually get tired of telling me how to do it. She would just do it herself. I learned that at a young age. And I realized, wow, I can actually get away with this. Like, I can just act like I don't know what I'm doing. She'll just take the task and she'll do it her fucking self. I promise you, men be 30 years old and realize that they're like, wait a second, I can act like I don't know what's going on. And then I can just make her fucking do it. And that's just like what they do all the time. I hate weaponized incompetence. Weaponized incompetence makes me want to beat the fuck out of a nigga. God, I'm not abusive, I swear. Oh, this one is a really, really hot take. People expect so much kindness from Black people and expect us to be fucking perfect. People expect so much kindness from Black people, like in the sense that we have to be perfect, we have to be kind. Like, because we've experienced so much trauma and because we've experienced so much like horrible behavior from from society as a whole, we should know how it feels to be treated like shit. So we should never do that to somebody else. And we should always stand up for other people. But what the fuck do we gain from standing up for other people? Now, I still will stand up for people. Obviously, at the end of the day, like, I'm not a horrible person. If I see somebody being treated like shit, I'm gonna say something. But what are the odds that I end up getting in trouble for that? What are the odds? You know what I mean? And I feel like, especially with cancel culture, like, I feel like I've watched cancel culture happen like in real time, and it's like so much harsher on Black people because I expected better from them. You know, like, he's Black, like, I expected him not to act like that or not to have that opinion. What? No, that's not how that fucking works. Like, humans are humans. Just because somebody's Black doesn't mean that you should expect them to act a certain way or expect them to have the same opinion as you or expect them to respect everybody the same way you respect everybody. That's not how that works. Like, as much as I would love for everybody to be that way, it's just sadly not how society works. And this is a really hot take. You know what I mean? Yeah, so, but then in the same breath, when a white person gets canceled, it's kind of like, oh my God, he didn't know, like, he didn't know that's how that worked. Or like, if a white person, if a white man comes online and says, BLM, I love Black people. Anybody got a Black woman with dreads for me? Y'all fucking, like, give this man the fucking world. You give him 8 million followers, you suck his ass to a straw. Because it's like, white man loves Black people. White girl knows how to rap. Oh, she's listening to King Von. She must be one of us. The bitch is never one of y'all. She would never be one of us. Because she's literally not one of us. She's never ever She's never experienced what it feels like to be racially fucking interrogated because of the color of her fucking skin. It's so strange. Like, there's nothing that makes my ass itch more than when I see like a token white person and like all they're doing is the bare minimum of being a decent person and treating black people like normal people, and everybody like sucks their ass. Everybody loves them so fucking bad. But then if they fuck up, it's like, you know, like, they're white, what were you expecting? But like a black person fucks up, I expected so much more from him, he was black. And it's like, kind of like, yes, to some level, it's like, I do expect more from you. Like, yes, you're black, like, come on, have common sense. Like, you know how it feels to be treated like a minority. Why would you do that to another minority? But there's also like, wait a second, we're not just gonna move past the fact that you just expected this Caucasian to act like this. And so therefore, when they do some weird shit, you're just letting it slide. You're just letting it slide. You're just letting them go on. Like, people who've gotten canceled for saying nigga, and it's like, come on, like, a lot of people used to say back then, like, it's fine, like, nothing really happens. The only person who got canceled for saying nigga, I think, was Emma Lou or whatever, whatever the fuck her name is. That is the only white person who actually deadass got fucking canceled. And you know what else bothers me about cancel culture? When somebody gets canceled and everybody takes that as free reign to become a bully. Oh my God, yeah, this person says something you don't agree with, but you don't get to call them a black fucking monkey. You don't get to, that's not how that works. Like, that's not how that works. Oh yeah, they said something you don't agree with. That doesn't mean you get to call them a fucking fat bitch. That's not what that means. Like, if somebody does something you don't agree with and you don't like what they've done, you stop interacting with their content. Shocking, I know. You stop interacting with their content. You just stop paying attention to them. I've seen content creators who I loved, who've done some weird shit. I unfollow, I remove follow, I mute your fucking account. I don't want to see any of that. Sorry, I got a phone call and I literally forgot what the hell I was talking about. But anyways, yeah, basically just, if somebody does something weird, you just unfollow them. You stop interacting with them. You just stop giving them money. You just stop giving them what they need from you. You stop viewing their content. That doesn't mean you get to become this disgusting, vile, racist flame of shit. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to give any examples because I'm not trying to be brought into those conversations, but y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. People who've gotten canceled, and instead of just being like, you've been canceled, I don't fuck with what you've done, bye. Some of y'all, I'm not going to point any fucking fingers, just become bullies. And it's like, cancel culture has now become, instead of canceling somebody for what they've done wrong, it's become, yes, I never liked this bitch to begin with. Now I can fucking be mean to her and nobody will care. Like, it's like I've literally seen people like, I didn't like this bitch to begin with, and now I'm so glad that I have a reason not to like her. Holy shit, you're fucking weird. Holy fucking shit, you're literally strange. Oh my God. You are, what? Hello? Anyways, and then I'm going to end it on this topic. How to love yourself. People have asked me about this a lot of times. I can't help, I don't know if it's like a rhetorical question. I don't know if it's like, bitch, you're so fucking weird. Like, how do you even like yourself? I don't know what the fuck it is. But anyways, I'm going to answer the fucking question. I grew up as somebody who used to get like bullied. If you guys want, I can like talk about this in another video. I used to get bullied so bad that I wanted to off myself. I wanted to hurt myself. I did not enjoy life. I literally every day would come home from school and just sob. I would cry on the way to school. I would cry on the way home from school. I would cry on the way to the mosque. I would cry on the way home, back home from the mosque. Kids did not like me. They did not like me growing up. And they made that very fucking clear, right? Oof, damn. And because these kids would constantly tell me that I'm ugly, I'm disgusting, I'm black, so I don't deserve to be loved, nobody likes black bitches, oh, you got nigga lips, like, just like, because they would say shit like this to me all the time, I kind of convinced myself that all those things were true. And so sometimes I would walk into the bathroom and I would look at myself in the mirror and I would just break down crying. Not even joking, I could not look at my own reflection. Like, I would avoid mirrors all the time because I did not want to see my own reflection. I hated my face, I hated my body, I hated my brain, I hated everything about myself because everybody else told me that they hated those things too. So I just thought like, well, I mean, it makes sense if everybody else hates it, shouldn't I hate it too? Like, isn't that how that works? But after a while, like, I just kind of like, I thought one day and I was like, I only hate myself because everybody else hates me. I didn't hate myself before this. And so I decided, oh, and I also used to do this thing where, this is kind of weird. I definitely have some kind of mental issue. I don't know, maybe I'm tweaking, or maybe I don't have a mental issue. Maybe this is normal. But I would do this thing where, because I would just like, everything that was said to me, I would go home and I would look at myself in the mirror and I'd be like, you're disgusting, you're ugly, nobody will ever love you, you don't deserve to be loved, you're a horrible person, no wonder why nobody fucking likes you, look at your fucking gap, look at your big bug eyes. Like, I would say this shit to myself because those were the things that were said to me by other girls and other boys at school and at the mosque. And so I would just repeat it to myself because I was like, I need to believe these things about myself. Like, if everybody's saying it, I need to grasp the reality of the situation, and I need to understand that these things are true and I need to accept them. But then one day I woke up and I was like, I only hate myself because everybody else hates me. I didn't hate myself before this. Like, I thought I was actually kind of cute. And so one day I woke, I think this was like senior year of high school. I started waking up every day and like looking at myself in the mirror and like literally being like, you're pretty. And it would like literally make me want to vomit. Like, it would make me want to vomit to even think that I would dare say something like that to myself. And I would just repeat it to myself all the time, over and over and over again. Every day I'd wake up, I'd look at myself in the mirror and I'd be like, you're not ugly. You're actually pretty. Your eyes are not huge and disgusting. They are a nice, normal size. Your lips, there's nothing wrong with having black people lips. That is perfectly fine. You are, in fact, black. So that's what happens when you are black. And I was like, have to like repeat these things to myself all the time. And one day I remember like after like a month of doing that, I woke up and I went to the bathroom to like use the bathroom. I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, hey, I actually feel cute today. And it was the first time in like 4 years that I woke up and looked in the mirror and genuinely liked my face. Literally only because I had to repeat it to myself constantly in the mirror to try to convince my brain, like manipulate my brain into liking myself. And now I actually like myself. Like, I've been looking at myself in the mirror like, I look really good. But it literally took manipulation of my own brain to like myself because of the way I was treated growing up. And honestly, like anybody who asks like, how do I like myself? Like, how do I grow to love myself? That's really all I can say. Like, just like manipulate yourself into liking yourself. And also, just because somebody else told you something about yourself is weird doesn't mean it's actually weird. Like, it's the same as like people say like fucking emos. Bro, these emo niggas have like 8 million monthly listeners. Like, you know what I mean? Like, somebody out there likes this. Somebody out there likes you. Somebody out there fucks with your vibe. Somebody out there thinks you're cool too. Somebody out there is just like you. So just because these basic ass bitches told you you're a fucking loser, or told you you're weird, or told you you're ugly, or told you that you're the way you dress is fucking gross and boring and that's their opinion. Does that make sense? Like, it's their opinion. I promise you, there's 8 billion people in the world. There's at least a billion people out there who like the same things as you, who like you, who think you're attractive. Like, 100%. There's just no way. And yeah, I don't even know if that made any sense, but that's pretty much it. I have like 8 bajillion other topics that I would like to discuss, and I don't know where to discuss them. So if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a post notification button. But actually, no, comment and let me know if you guys want me to keep doing these videos, because if you guys do, I will. I have so much fucking free time. I got nothing to do. It's just me and these fucking walls. Okay? Yeah. Love you. Subscribe. Yes. Bye.